Good morning. Welcome to Moon Meditation and More. Thank you for joining. Today we're going to go over a meditation that I like to call Take Notice. And you begin by exhaling as much as you possibly can, pulling the belly button towards the spine if that helps get rid of any excess air. And then inhaling the breath naturally, letting it come in as if it were like a balloon that you were inflating. So exhaling, letting all the extra air out, pulling the belly button towards the spine, and letting the breath come in naturally. Exhaling and letting all of the stale air out, pulling the belly button towards the spine, letting the breath come in naturally. Exhaling again this last time. And letting the breath come in naturally. On your final exhalation, just notice where your breath is at, the depth, the speed, the temperature, the quality. How much control or lack of control you had. Did you take notice of that? When you had control and then when you didn't have control over the breath? Where the breath seemed to get stuck, or where you noticed that the breath was maybe paying attention to some sore area. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and notice the next 4 breaths, doing at the speed and the depth that's comfortable for you. We're going to inhale it through the left nostril and exhale it through the right nostril. Inhaling it through the left nostril, exhaling it through the right nostril. Inhaling it through the left nostril, exhaling it through the right nostril. Inhaling it through the left nostril, exhaling it through the right nostril. Inhaling it through the left nostril, exhaling it through the right nostril. Inhaling it through the left nostril, exhaling it through the right nostril. We're going to go ahead and notice the next 4 breaths. Notice your inhale and your exhalation. For the next 4 breaths, we're noticing the quality of the breath. Okay, great. And for the next 4 breaths, we're going to be noticing the speed of the breath. For the next 4 breaths, we're going to be noticing the depth of the breath. And for the next 4 breaths, we're going to be noticing the temperature. In the next 4 breaths, I'm going to have you count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and at the speed of your inhalation. And count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on the exhalation. Go ahead on the next 4 breaths. And on these last 4 breaths, I just want you to notice where you're at and pay attention to the breath and only to the breath. Okay, 4 more times. I want you to just notice the breath, not control the breath, not make it longer or deeper, but just inhale and exhale the breath and stay with the breath, paying attention to the breath and nothing else. 4 more times. Great. I want you to just close your eyes. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your solar plexus or core. And do a nice little scan from the top of your head all the way down to your toes and your fingertips. And just kind of notice in each muscle group if they're holding any tension in your body. So we'll start up at the forehead, move down to the eyes, the palate and the cheeks, putting the tongue on the top palate of your mouth and letting your jaw slacken just a little bit, holding no tension. Releasing the tension in your neck, in your shoulders, in your upper chest, upper back, in your abdominal area, in your chest and your hips and pelvis area, in your calves and the tops of your legs, knees, calves, ankles, hands, feet, and toes and fingertips. Letting that go. Go ahead and thank yourself for giving yourself this moment and this time for reflecting on your breath, on your body system, and just kind of checking in with yourself and giving yourself this time and space. I want to thank you for joining Luna Meditation and More. I hope this was of a benefit to you. Thank you. Take care.